All right, I'm here with Siena Heights University men's soccer coach, Drew Crawford. Coach, welcome. We'll start off easy. Just talk a little bit about how preseasons went, how the team's looking, how everything's going in your preseason preparation.
I think we're looking great. It's always to be overly optimistic. The first few weeks, we've got a nice incoming group of true freshmen, as well as some transfers that are going to add a lot of depth and talent to our group. So I'm excited to see where they're all going to fit in. And again, I'm very optimistic about the season, but knowing that our season schedule is difficult, and the WAC is definitely a difficult conference to play in.
Yeah. So you mentioned some of those new additions. Is there anyone that's come into camp that maybe has surprised you, or someone that you think is going to make maybe an immediate impact, or can make an immediate impact on the team?
I usually don't like to drop names because I don't want to put more added pressure on them, but I also don't want to discourage the guys that are still fighting for spots. But we do have, I believe, 5 to 7 of the new players that are going to push for either starting on varsity or certainly first or second off the bench.
All right, fair enough. I'll give you a question. Every coach loves these questions, but a few weeks ago the WAC preseason poll came out. Most coaches don't like polls or whatever. We were picked 9th. Is that sort of where you expected us? Were you expecting us to be a little bit higher? I mean, even though most coaches would say polls don't matter, just curious what your thoughts are with the poll that came out.
Yeah, they don't matter, other than basically the coaches put everybody where they finished last year. So we finished 9th, 1 point out of a playoff spot, probably 4 points out of 6th place. So it's a motivating factor for us. If people think that we're the 9th best team, I think they're going to get a shock. Because I don't think we're at that level, but we have to produce. So we've been better in the past years and just not got the results. And this year we're looking to get those results to show what type of team we really are.
All right. Are there any of your games early on in the season, maybe the first couple of weeks, maybe the first even month before we get into conference play, that you feel is probably a pretty good measuring stick for the team? Like a game going in that it's probably going to tell you a lot about your squad and what you have.
Yeah, looking at our schedule, I would say the game when we go to Georgetown, that'll be the measuring stick. They're going to be a team. They're probably the best team on our non-conference schedule. We're playing at their place after traveling on the bus that morning, so that'll be a good indicator as to where we're at. It's, I think, our 4th or 5th game of the season, so we'll have some games under our belt. We'll know what we're about, but I think they're going to be a very good test for us, especially playing them on the road.
All right, and then my final question for you, an easy one. What WAC opponent or an opponent we go to every single year, do you like playing at their place? Do you like their venue? You feel our team plays really well there? Is there a venue in the WAC that you like besides ours, of course?
I'm more of a purist, so Uno is always a great place because it's grass field and it's a soccer-only stadium, and it's a cool atmosphere. We haven't performed well there, historically, but it is, for me, it's probably the nicest soccer-only facility that the WAC has.
All right. The Siena Heights men's soccer team will debut on September 1st with crosstown rival Adrian at our place. Coach, thanks for joining us and stopping by and chatting, and good luck this season.
All right, thank you.
All right, I'm here with 2 members of the Siena Heights men's soccer team. Wilhem, who is a junior, and Matheus, who's a senior, right?
Yeah.
Correct? Guys, start off really easy for you. You're both upperclassmen, so is it different coming into a preseason as an upperclassman than it was maybe your first year? Like, how is that different? Do you feel more confident, more comfortable in the team and what your place is here?
For me, it's definitely different because in my first season, I couldn't actually play. I got redshirted because I tore my ACL. So right now, after 3 years, I feel way more prepared, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a great season.
All right.
Yeah, me too. For me, this season is being amazing, better than the first one, and the way we are preparing this year is pretty hard. So we're working hard as a team more this year. So yeah, I think it's better this year.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys the same question I asked Coach a few minutes ago.
Right.
What are some new guys on the team that have impressed you guys coming into preseason, where you saw them and you're like, wow, this kid's gonna be pretty good?
Well, I feel like there's a lot of good players that is coming right now, and us as a team, we are doing a whole different formation as well, and I feel like every single player that is coming is going to 100% be helping for the whole team.
Yeah, I like everybody who's coming. This year we have a lot of Europeans guys. Two of them I like the most. Like he's from Switzerland and the other one is from Spain. I think they could help a lot this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another question about some of our teams in the conference. What's the one team in the conference you guys really look forward to playing? Is there a specific team that you just feel like you do really well when you play this team, or you really enjoy playing that game for the atmosphere or the rivalry or whatever it is? What is that team in the WAC that you look forward to?
To be honest, for us that already know how is the WAC, every single team is one that we are looking forward to be playing, and there's one specific, but every single game is going to be one that we're gonna be playing as hard as we can for sure.
For me, playing Genentech, the best team in the conference right now, is always a challenge. So I really like to prepare myself and go forward against them every time. But we have a good rivalry against Concordia, so it's always a good show too.
All right, my last question, and you guys can just go one at a time with this. Is there you always have team goals, right? Wins are important. You want to win a conference championship. You want to do all that stuff. But as an individual player, is there any specific goal or anything that you want to accomplish this season that you're shooting for? Whether that's being a better leader, you want to increase a stat you did, anything that you're shooting for, kind of doing as an individual.
I feel like for us as being the oldest player, because we've been here at Siena for 3 years already, my main goal is like be as many helpful I can and help the team to be as far as we can. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we have a really good quality, and we're gonna be different this year.
Same. As older players, we have to be an example for everybody else. So I want to try to help everybody. We have a lot of freshmen this year, so anytime I want to help them and make us better as a team.
All right. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the chat. We'll let you guys go.